Let's be honest, short hair has a reputation. Some people still see it as the haircut you get when you give up, while others associate it with being bold, edgy, or even rebellious. But here's the truth. Short hair, done right, can be one of the most age-defying, empowering, and flattering decisions you ever make, especially if you're over 50. In today's video, we're going to break down 5 powerful short hairstyles that aren't just trendy or stylish. They're smart, they're strategic, and they're specifically designed to help women over 50 look and feel more lifted, vibrant, and confident. Whether you're thinking about going short for the very first time, or you've had short hair before but it didn't quite work for you, this guide is going to walk you through the why, the who, and the how of each look. We'll talk about what face shapes each style flatters, how to handle fine or thick textures, and subtle but crucial mistakes to avoid, like cutting the crown too short or forgetting how color placement affects short hair. And here's the real secret most people don't tell you. Looking youthful isn't about the haircut itself. It's about how that haircut interacts with your bone structure, your energy, and your styling choices, especially when it comes to volume and movement. So if you've ever felt like your current cut isn't lifting your face, or that it's making you look older instead of fresher, you're not alone, and you're not stuck. Because with the right cut, the right shape, and the right strategy, short hair can do more than just change how you look. It can change how you carry yourself. Let's dive into the 5 cuts and find the one that finally feels like you. If you're someone who's curious about short hair but not quite ready to go full Pixie, the soft Bixie might be your perfect match. It's a modern hybrid, part Pixie, part bob, and it offers a gentle transition into the world of shorter hairstyles without sacrificing femininity or movement. The magic of the Bixie lies in its balance. It keeps more length on the sides and top, giving you the comfort and coverage of longer hair, especially around the cheeks and jawline, while still opening up your face to reveal your natural bone structure. This creates a light, youthful look that's ideal for women who want to experiment with short hair in a subtle, elegant way. One of the most flattering elements of this cut is its ability to create volume in all the right places. With soft layers and light texture, the Bixie can visually lift the mid-face area, making the cheekbones more defined and the eyes more prominent. This effect is especially helpful if you have a longer face shape or feel like gravity has softened your facial contours over time. But there's a small catch, and it's an important one. Because this style keeps some length at the top, many women ask their stylist to cut that section shorter and shorter in an attempt to get more volume. Unfortunately, this often backfires. Taking the top too short while keeping the sides longer throws off the balance of the cut. It creates a visible dip at the crown and flattens the silhouette, removing the exact lift you're aiming for. So here's the pro tip. Resist the urge to overlayer the top. Let the crown maintain a bit of length so that it connects smoothly with the sides and bangs. This structure will create a soft, rounded shape that flatters almost every face, without making the head look too small or the cut too choppy. Now, who should consider this style? Honestly, almost everyone. Whether your hair is fine or thick, curly or straight, the Bixie can be tailored to suit your texture. It works especially well if you're growing out a bob and want a more playful look, or if you're transitioning from long hair but feel nervous about going too short too fast. It's also an excellent choice for women who want low-maintenance styling. A few minutes with a round brush or even letting it air dry with a bit of texture cream is often all you need to bring the Bixie to life. It's forgiving, versatile, and easy to adapt as your confidence with short hair grows. In the end, the soft Bixie is about freedom. Freedom to move, to try something new, to frame your face beautifully without feeling exposed. It's that in-between length that opens the door to change, but on your own terms. And for many women over 50, that's exactly what makes it feel so empowering. If you're looking for a short haircut that does more than just shorten your strands, something that truly lifts your entire profile, then the tapered nape cut may be the game changer you've been waiting for. This style features a clean tapered nape, where the hair at the back of the neck is cut close and neat, while the top and sides are left longer to create softness, shape, and balance. It's elegant, polished, and incredibly effective at framing the face in a way that feels lifted, sculpted, and subtly glamorous. So why does it work so well, especially for women over 50? The secret is all in the visual movement. By creating a snug silhouette at the nape and gradually building volume toward the crown. This cut guides the eye upward. It mimics the effect of a soft facelift, drawing attention to your cheekbones, temples, and eyes, areas that often benefit from visual height and definition. Even from the side, this shape works wonders. The sloping angle from the nape to the crown adds instant dimension, while the longer top gives you styling flexibility, whether you like a bit of tousled texture, gentle waves, or sleek, smooth control. But here's the best part. This cut flatters a wide variety of hair textures. If you have medium to fine hair, it's especially transformative. Bringing the nape in tight makes your hair appear denser, while the extra length on top allows you to build lightweight volume without the heaviness or bulk of longer layers. For women with thicker or coarser hair, it's still a great choice, as long as your stylist removes weight strategically through texturizing. This ensures the back doesn't puff out awkwardly and the shape stays sculpted and intentional. Now, there are a couple of things to keep in mind before you go all in. Because the neckline is shorter and more exposed, this cut grows out a bit faster than softer shapes like the Bixie. You may find yourself needing a trim every 5 to 6 weeks to maintain the clean look. And if you color your hair, especially with highlights, there's a tip you'll want to remember. When the nape grows out, the contrast in color can show up quickly, often in an uneven or spotted pattern. To avoid this, many stylists recommend keeping the nape in a solid tone, either your base color or something close to your natural shade. This keeps the grow-out process discreet and flattering without compromising the overall look. Aside from technicalities, there's something emotional about this style too. The moment you feel the back of your neck exposed, neatly shaped, clean, lifted, it often brings a sense of confidence and freedom. You stand taller, you feel lighter, and your profile looks more refined without feeling severe. It's the kind of haircut that doesn't scream for attention, but subtly commands it. In short, pun intended, the tapered nape cut is perfect if you're ready to embrace a more tailored, youthful silhouette, one that highlights your best angles from every view, without looking fussy or forced. It's graceful, powerful, and easy to wear with elegance every single day. Sometimes going short feels exciting, until you look in the mirror and feel a bit too exposed. That's where the soft nape Pixie comes in. This hairstyle offers the benefits of a shortcut: lift, shape, ease, while keeping just enough softness around the neckline to feel balanced and feminine. It's not as tight or sculpted as the tapered nape cut in part 2. Instead, it gently hugs the nape, leaving a little bit of natural length to create a flowing, flattering curve behind the ears and along the jawline. So why does that make such a difference? Because for many women over 50, the harshness of a sharply cropped back can feel too abrupt. The soft nape variation avoids that. It creates a sense of flow and continuity, making the transition from crown to neck feel more graceful. And from the side profile, this subtle softness draws the eye gently upward, exactly where we want it. What makes this style so appealing is its balance between structure and ease. You still get volume and movement on the crown. You still enjoy a lifted silhouette. But the neckline doesn't feel aggressive or too bold. It feels soft, secure, and beautifully wearable. This shape also allows for a clever visual trick. By letting the back curve slightly under the ears, it actually frames the jawline, enhancing bone structure and creating a gentle lift around the chin. If you've been worried about sagging along the jaw or neck, this style can help subtly camouflage it while highlighting your best angles. So who is this perfect for? It's especially great for women who want to try short hair without going all in, have softer features or prefer a more delicate silhouette, feel self-conscious about their neckline or jaw but still want a modern cut. And here's something important to know before trying it. If your hairline at the nape grows low or into the center, maintaining this shape might be tricky. In that case, you may need to leave a little extra length or shift to a shorter nape style like the one in part 2. Why? Because a difficult hairline can cause this shape to bunch or stick out instead of falling naturally. Also, if your hair tends to stick up at the crown, you may need a touch of product or subtle texturizing to keep everything in place without losing the style's softness. But when done well, the soft nape Pixie is a gentle powerhouse. It whispers elegance instead of shouting trend. It looks equally lovely air-dried for casual days or styled with a bit of wave or lift for an evening out. In a world where short hair is often seen as bold, dramatic, or even severe, this shape brings something refreshing to the table, a shortcut with kindness. It's for the woman who wants to feel lighter, fresher, and more open, but still keep the comfort of softness close. A woman who wants to step forward in confidence, not charge ahead in rebellion. And that quiet elegance, it never goes out of style. Some haircuts whisper elegance, others speak with strength. And then there's the dramatic undercut pixie, a style that walks into the room before you even say a word. With this cut, the sides and back are clipped short, very short, while the top is left much longer, often styled upward, back, or to the side. It creates a striking contrast, and for the right woman, it's absolutely magnetic. Now you might be thinking, isn't this a bit too edgy for someone over 50? Not at all. In fact, the dramatic undercut pixie can be one of the most age-defying cuts out there, not because it hides your age, but because it highlights your confidence. What makes this style so effective is the visual structure it creates. By keeping the sides sleek and minimal, the eye is naturally drawn upward, to the crown, the face, and especially the eyes and cheekbones. It instantly elongates a round face, adds height to a shorter frame, and brings out features in a powerful but flattering way. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Despite how bold it looks, this cut is surprisingly versatile. Sure, you can style the top with volume and texture for a high-fashion moment, but on quieter days, you can smooth it down, sweep it to the side, or tuck it behind the ears for a more understated, elegant vibe. This cut doesn't box you into one look, it gives you options depending on your mood or the occasion. So, who wears it best? If you have medium to thick hair, this shape works beautifully with texture. Just be sure to texturize the top so it doesn't get bulky. A round or fuller face. The volume up top elongates the face and slims the profile. A bold sense of style. Let's be honest, this haircut makes a statement. If you're ready to own it, it can feel incredibly empowering. That said, it's not for everyone, and that's okay. Here are a few things to consider before going for it. Maintenance. Because of the sharp contrast between top and sides, this cut grows out fast. You'll likely need a trim every 4 or 5 weeks to keep the shape clean and intentional. Styling effort. While it can look effortless, getting that messy chic volume often requires product and a bit of direction. A stronghold mousse or pomade will be your best friend. Growing it out. If you decide to change styles later, this cut can take some time to even out. The sides will need to catch up with the top, so be ready for a transitional phase. But if you're someone who's ready to step into a new chapter with clarity, strength, and a sense of fun, this could be the perfect cut to reflect that. Because sometimes looking youthful has less to do with hiding signs of age and everything to do with celebrating who you are now. And that's exactly what the dramatic undercut pixie does. It celebrates your edge, your strength, your spark. There's a reason the classic short pixie has never gone out of style. It's bold without being harsh, strong without being stiff. And when done right, it can be one of the most youthful and refreshing styles a woman over 50 can wear. This cut features closely cropped sides and back, with a slightly longer top that's textured, airy, and full of subtle movement. Unlike the dramatic undercut pixie in Part 4, this shape blends more softly from front to back, creating a look that's clean, elegant, and easy to wear every day. But here's the key. It must move. One of the biggest mistakes with short hair, especially on mature women, is overstyling it into a stiff helmet. You've seen it. Every piece curled the same way, frozen in place with too much spray. And while it may feel polished, it can also feel dated and unintentionally aging. That's why texture and flexibility matter so much here. A modern pixie should have a sense of lived-in lightness. The layers on top should be feathered, not forced. You want the freedom to style it differently each day, forward, sideways, slightly tousled, or even with a touch of wave. That variation is what keeps the cut from feeling static, and it's what gives your look that youthful, effortless energy. Now, who suits the classic pixie best? This style works wonders for women with smaller facial features or delicate bone structure. because the shortness doesn't overwhelm the face. Fine to medium hair, as the close cut helps hair appear thicker and denser. Petite frames, where longer styles can sometimes feel heavy or disproportionate. It's also an excellent solution for thinning hair. Why? Because the shorter the hair, the less it weighs down. That means more lift at the root and a fuller appearance overall. But let's talk about styling for a moment. To get that youthful effect, you'll want to avoid rigid finishes. Skip the heavy mousse or firm hairspray. Instead, go for a lightweight texturizing cream, volumizing powder, or even a soft dry wax. These help define the shape and bring out the layers without making it look too set. And if you color your hair, this cut gives you room to play. A soft silver blend. Gorgeous. A bold salt and pepper texture, even better. Because there's so much shape in the cut itself, color becomes the accent, not the distraction. Now here's the real pro tip. If you want any short haircut to feel more youthful, you need to break up the uniformity. That doesn't mean messy. It means organic. No two sections should move exactly the same way, a bit of asymmetry. A piece falling slightly out of place, a natural flick near the fringe. These details keep the eye moving, and that motion gives life to your whole look because movement equals vitality. And vitality is what makes short hair not only modern, but magical. In the end, the classic Pixie isn't about trying to look younger. It's about feeling lighter, sharper, more in tune with yourself. It's a haircut that says, I'm not hiding, I'm here, fully. And that kind of presence, it turns heads at any age. Let's take a moment and go back to the beginning. Maybe you started watching this video out of curiosity. Maybe you've been thinking about cutting your hair short, but weren't sure where to start. Or maybe you've had short hair before, but it didn't feel quite right, and you're still searching for the shape that finally feels like you. Whatever brought you here, I hope you're walking away with something deeper than just haircut ideas. Because this journey into short hair, into a new style, into a new season of life, isn't just about looks. It's about freedom. The freedom to let go of what no longer suits you. The freedom to choose structure, softness, or strength on your own terms. The freedom to stop chasing youth and start embodying confidence. We've explored 5 powerful short hairstyles. The soft Bixie, for those easing into shorter cuts with grace. The tapered nape, for women who want lift, structure, and refinement. The soft Pixie with a gentle nape, for feminine flow and subtle face framing. The bold undercut Pixie, for fearless self-expression and versatility. The classic short Pixie, timeless in shape but modern in texture. Each of these styles offers something unique, not just in how they look, but in how they make you feel. Because when the right haircut meets the right moment in your life, something special happens. You stand taller, you smile more easily, you look in the mirror and recognize the woman staring back, not just by her features, but by her fire. And here's the truth that matters most. You don't have to justify cutting your hair short. You don't need permission to try something new. You don't have to explain why you want to feel bold, beautiful, and completely yourself. Because style, at its best, isn't about following rules. It's about revealing who you've become. So if one of these short hairstyles spoke to you today, lean into it. Bring the photo to your stylist, ask questions, get excited. And most of all, trust yourself. Short hair doesn't make you look older or younger. It makes you look real. It brings your energy to the surface. It clears away the noise and lets your features, your spirit, and your story take center stage. And after 50, isn't that exactly what you deserve?